Howdy.
Hey, how are you doing?
All right. It's calling me you.
Yeah, it looks like it's me and me so far.
I think it did that to me when I,
Yeah, you opened it using my password, right?
yes.
Yeah.
On one side, and the odds are on the other side.
Yeah, usually it goes like back and forth.
Yeah.
Bad news. I got my camera to work.
Now you just gotta get your speakers to work.
They're not working either.
They weren't on the last meeting. They weren't. Now they seem to be working better.
Well, even better then. You couldn't hear me or see me in the last one.
It was a perfect meeting.
I'm gonna send you a little message. I'm gonna sing a little song. You got any favorites?
No, I'm gonna mute you.
Come on. I've got a lovely voice. I was the only one ever thrown out of the Hebron Christian Church for singing. Randy, how was vacation?
Can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes,
Okay. Good, because I got a lot to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
No, I don't really.
I was gonna say, we'll let you go last.
Hey, is Ken gonna be on tonight? Anybody know?
I'm not for sure. He had to leave early today to go to his brother's. So I'm not for sure if he fell or what.
Do you by chance know if he got a hold of or if he sent a letter out to 18 Marvin?
Your
Gardner?
neighbor?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Is this about the couch?
It's 2 couches and I guess tires and like the whole backyard is just a junkyard. But you can see the couches from the street. I mean, we're getting better. It went from the front yard to the backyard. I mean,
Hey, Kevin,
yes.
we actually sent an officer over there, and myself and Josh also went over there and weren't able to make contact with anybody. Apparently they're out of town on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody there for like at least a week and a half, so.
But the vehicles were tagged for removal, so if they're not removed, they were given 20 days. We'll tow the vehicles out of there.
Okay,
Good.
excellent. Thank you, guys.
So we have been over there, just to let you know.
Yeah, I seen all the tags and I know I gave them till, the couches were out there and then they were gonna, I thought they were gonna put them in the garbage because it was the next day. And then they were gone, but I didn't know that they just moved them to the backyard.
Yeah, that's apparently what they did.
Yeah,
So we've been trying to go over there and make contact with them. Unfortunately, we've been unsuccessful, but we'll keep trying.
okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, Kevin, Ken's car is not in the driveway, so he probably won't be here.
Okay,
I've got a note, Kevin. I will give him in the morning.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, just curious. I'm showing Hebron Fire Department. Who is that?
It's Josh right now. Jay's on his way.
Okay. Okay, since Randy's gonna make this a long one, we might as well get started. Let's-
Amen.
Okay, let's all say the pledge.
I pledge
Pledge
allegiance
allegiance
Allegiance.
to the flag
to
of
the flag
the United
of
States
the
of
United
America
States of America
and to the
and to the
republic
republic
Which
stands one
one
nation,
nation
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all. Okay, attendance, Todd Adamczyk,
present?
okay, I am here, John Spinks,
Present.
Kevin Joseph,
Here.
Justin Albright,
Present.
Randy Decker,
Here.
Ken is not here, Ted Fitzgerald,
Here.
Linda Brubner,
Here.
Josh Noel,
Here.
Joanne Hanson,
Here.
Jamie Uselak,
Here.
Scott Seda,
Here.
and Josh Carter.
Here.
Okay. The first thing on the agenda is public hearings. Hey, Ted, is there any chance you'll let us do all three of these together, or do we need to do three separate hearings?
You can do all three together as long as the motion covers all three.
Okay,
Well, there's 4 hearings, Dave. There's additional appropriations, land use, zone map, and driveway.
oh, okay. Where's the additional appropriations? Okay. I'll open the hearing. We have 4 items on the agenda for the hearing. The first is additional appropriations for the Law Enforcement Continuing Education Fund, Equipment and Repair. Or wait, Law Enforcement Continuing Education Fund, $10,000 for equipment and repair. And the next one is the land use ordinance. The gist of it is a continuing structure enclosing a yard or parcel of land other than agricultural and or portions thereof, the purpose of which is to provide a deterrent to ingress and egress from the property enclosed, and shall include such structure constructed from pickets, cyclone wire, lattice strips, vinyl and or board fencing of a decorative nature. This would be ordinance 2021-04-20-1. The next one will be ordinance 2021-04-20-2, amending the zoning map. It's just to approve the zoning map that was changed in 2016 to declare that the official zoning map of the town of Hebron, and all previous zoning maps are hereby declared void. And the last one is ordinance 2021-04-20-3. Amending the driveway standards for residential property, private garages, and other improved and unimproved structures. The changes: driveway and approach surfaces shall be of concrete, asphalt, and or pavers. And it would pertain to all new construction. Have I got that correct?
Yes.
Believe you do.
Okay. Any comments from the public? Okay, any comments for or against from the council? Well, this is an easy one. With that, I'll close out the public meeting. And all of these are set to be voted on later on in the meeting. So we'll set those aside for now. Okay, utility adjustments. 302 South Harrison Street. And I am not showing anyone here. Heather Cope. I'm not showing her being in attendance at the meeting.
I'll make a motion to put that one off till next month.
I'll second that, Justin.
Okay, I have a motion by Kevin, second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, the next one is Ryan Parent. 21 Maxwell Street, apartment 2. And I'm not showing him in attendance either.
No, he's a state police officer. He's not been there very long. He wouldn't have known his outside faucet was running had we not called and told him. The faucet is on the back side of the apartment. And he does not know who turned it on. But when we called him, he had used 43,000 gallons.
Oh, wow.
In his first 2 months here, he used 3,000.
Yep, and this last one he used 2. So,
I think if it was me, I would have shown up.
I'll make a motion to
yeah, but he
table it.
might be
until next
working.
month.
Oh,
I'll second that motion to table for next month.
okay. I had a motion by Justin, a second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, minutes. We have March 16th. Council meeting. March 22nd, special council meeting. And the April 13th workshop. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
John,
A motion by John,
I'll second that, Justin.
second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, the docket. We have a total of $780,837.97. Transfers of $354,324.89 for a net of $426,513.08. Do I have a motion to approve the docket?
I'll make a motion to approve the docket. Kevin?
Do I have a second?
Second. Todd.
Motion by Kevin, second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. I am missing something here. I know I read this McMahon bill, but now I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, we had a bill from McMahon for $9,311.93 to be paid from SRF for the sewer plant. Do I have a motion to approve? Here it is. Okay, I have it. It's got $3,793.93 for basic construction services. $543 for resident project representative services. And $4,975 for post-construction services for a total of $93,1193.
I'll
I
make
have
a
a
motion
motion to approve.
Man, Bill.
I have a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
John seconds.
And a second by John. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. I apologize. My paperwork here got out of whack somehow. Here we go. No. There it is. Okay, ordinance 2021-04-20. An ordinance establishing Fund 176 ARP, the American Rescue Plan Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Fund. Whereas the town of Hebron recognizes that it is required by the State Board of Accounts to establish a separate accounts for any funds received. And whereas when said funds are received and receipted in, it is necessary for the town clerk, treasurer, to have a fund in which to place the said monies. And whereas the use of the ARP Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery 2021 Fund are as follows. Use of funds. Town of Hebron, a non-entitlement unit of local government, shall only use the funds provided under a payment outlined in section 603C of the Social Security Act to cover the costs incurred by the town of Hebron by December 31st, 2024. To make necessary investment in water, sewer, or broadband infrastructures. Whereas the Hebron ARP Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Infrastructure Plan will provide the details for the use of these funds. Section 1, now therefore it be ordained by the town council of the town of Hebron, Porter County, Indiana, that the Hebron clerk treasurer be and hereby is directed to establish a ARP, American Rescue Plan Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Fund 176. Now therefore be it ordained by the town council of the town of Hebron, Porter County, Indiana, that the Hebron HRP Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Infrastructure Plan will provide details for the use of these funds. Adopted and approved by the town council of the town of Hebron, Porter County, Indiana, this 20th day of April. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve ordinance 2021-04-20.
Okay, I have a motion by Todd. Do I have a second?
John.
A second by John. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. The land use ordinance. Okay, we already had the hearing on this and I read the details of it. Do I have a motion to approve ordinance 2021-04-20-1? This is the fencing ordinance.
Motion to approve.
Motion by John. Do I have a second?
Second, Justin.
Second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, the second one is approving the 2016 zoning map and declaring all previous zoning maps void. Ordinance 2021-04-20-2. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion, Kevin.
Motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
Second, Todd.
Second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, ordinance 2021-04-20-3. The driveway approach surfaces shall be concrete, asphalt, and or pavers. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, motion by John. Do I have a second?
I'll second, Kevin.
Second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. All right, resolution 2021-04-20. The additional appropriation. For $10,000 to the law enforcement continuing education fund, equipment and repair.
I'll make a
motion. What was
I'll
that, Josh or Justin?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion approved by Justin,
Second, Todd.
second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Resolution 2021-04-20-1. Transfer resolution from CEDAT Fund 444, $32,320 to the CCD Fund 402, $32,320. Do I have a motion to approve? What was that?
I say the reason for this is we haven't got our CCD money yet. And the police and the fire both need the CCD money, so we're going to loan it till we get the payment and then we will repay the loan.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021-04-20-1.
okay, I have a motion by Justin. Do I have a second?
Second, Kevin.
Second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Last one, once I find.
Thought that was left.
That's all I got.
That was,
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. I apologize. I'm usually a little more organized than this. Okay. Railroad property, Ted.
Yes, this is some money that needs to be set aside in case we have to pay the taxes on the property, which is some $4,300 plus $1,000, which will be necessary to procure the deed, et cetera. That's not me, that's the title company, et cetera. I haven't charged anything. I've only been working on it for 2 years and I'd hate to quit now. I think we're getting close.
Yeah.
It's well worth that expenditure if we have to expend it. I think there's a possibility that we can talk the county into waiving the taxes, but I can't guarantee that. And the title company won't go ahead unless we guarantee that if it's due, we will pay it. So I would recommend that we adopt this or approve it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the $40 or $5,300 or up to, yeah, we'll just say up to $5,300 for the purchase of the railroad property?
I'll make
a motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Kevin. Do I
second
have
by
a second? Second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, the community garden lease from the Girl Scouts. They do this every year, although I think they may have skipped last year. They have a community garden near the water tower in the center of town, and they donate the vegetables to the food pantries.
Yeah.
And we lease it to them for $1 a year. Do I have a motion to approve the community garden lease?
I'll make a
to
motion.
approve.
Second.
Okay, I didn't catch who did what here.
John made the motion, Justin seconded.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. London Woody Group. This is $25,000 or up to $25,000 for a water rate study. It's something that we've needed to do for a long time. It's been 10 years since we've adjusted our water rates. And this is something that needs to happen.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the London Whitty contract for 25,000.
Okay, I have a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Ted, if you haven't already, can you let Ted Summers know that we're a go here?
I will do that, and I will notify the title company to go on the railroad property.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, Jamie, looks like these next two are yours.
Okay, Invoice Cloud. We have the option at no cost to us to adding PayPal to one of our options to pay their bill. And I see no reason why we shouldn't add it. And I'm also going to change, right now you can only make a payment up to $250. So if you owe the town more than $250, you have to make 2 payments on the site. I'm gonna raise that to $300 at no cost to us. So I want to add PayPal, and I'm going to raise the amount that they can pay up to $300 at one time from $250.
Amy, does it cost us to make it unlimited, the amount they can pay?
Yes,
Oh, okay. All right.
yes.
Okay.
So you guys don't have a problem with this, do you?
Mm-mm.
I don't.
Okay,
Just to be on the safe side, why don't we go ahead and vote on it?
Can I ask one
Okay.
question with the PayPal, Jamie? I know when we pay online now, there's I believe I know there's a service fee, correct?
yes,
Right. So will there be a service fee that we have to pay to use PayPal as well?
it is my understanding that yes.
Okay,
I'm not for sure.
but still a lot easier.
Carol took this. I'm assuming that it's just like all the others.
Okay.
Now with PayPal, will they be able to pay an unlimited amount, or will that have the $300 limit too?
I know it'll still have the $300. That is Invoices Cloud's rule, not
Oh.
PayPal's. But sometimes we have somebody who owes $286, so they can pay $250, and then they have to come back and pay the $36 and pay the fee again. So this way they'll be able to pay up to $300
And the max without any cost is up to $300, right? Just to
for
clarify.
us, for us. Yes, for
Okay.
the town.
Okay. All right, yeah, if that's if that's the max with no charge for the town, then I think that's what we should go with. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the changes to the invoice cloud?
Motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Todd. Do I have a second?
Second, Kevin.
Second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, internal controls. Those are fun, aren't they?
Yeah. For internal controls, when we were audited, I had to fill out paperwork about internal controls because what the town had was basically the basics that had been handed out at State Board of Account functions. I had to address the issues that Alan didn't. And hopefully these will make it so they never happen again. Most of them are just common sense. But I have to have it okayed. We also had to have these in order to close out for the wastewater SRF loan for
Asset management.
Exact, yeah, the asset management. So that's another thing. So I would need you guys to approve this. It's not a ordinance, but I just need to have your guys' blessing on it, and there will be papers to sign for it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the Town of Hebron internal controls?
I'll make a motion to approve the Town of Hebron's internal controls. Kevin?
I have a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
John,
Second by John. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed?
And just
Motion carried. Go ahead.
so you guys know, I'm sure this will come up again, because as we go, I'm going to have to add stuff, so. These may be
Okay.
turning up again, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Rogers Roofing. This is for the community center and the town hall. Did you ever get it straightened out with Rogers?
I did, they sent me the new quote. And Kevin, did you look at this?
Yeah,
Did you look? Okay, on page 5 where the quote is, now I'm not for sure, like I said, what I'm looking at. But it says gable vent and door trim, 1,021, and then it says door trim 3, and it's 720. So I'm not for sure. Is the first one just the gable vent? Or I left a message for Mike and I have not heard back from him.
I believe the first one is for the vent. and the-
Okay,
The second one is for the doors, because he added
just the
that.
doors.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure that I understood what was going on.
Yeah, this is a lot better than that first quote.
Yes, it is.
first quote was for a whole tear off of the back half, the police
Yeah.
station.
Yeah. And hopefully we're not ready for that yet. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the estimate from Rogers Roofing for, what would it be, 1741?
Yes, sir.
motion to approve.
I have a motion by John. Do I have a second?
Second. Todd.
Second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, this next one is an addition. I probably should have told you guys beforehand to add it, but since I was so disorganized, I forgot. This is the MCO contract, which is usually due in March every year. It contains a 5% increase for a total of $162,078. The reason for the increase is because of all the extra hours that were spent due to the sewer plant. I forget what the amount was last year, but the increase is about 7,000. And I think they earned it.
Every dollar.
Yes. Ted, have you had a chance to look at this? I had a long talk.
I have
with-
not, but if it's the standard agreement, but you can approve it subject to me reviewing it.
Okay, I had a long talk with Nathan, and he said, yeah, the only thing different on this contract is the date and the final amount.
I
But
just
yeah,
want to make,
I would like to have you at least look over it.
you know, I always have a problem with the general conditions in there where they talk about things like arbitration and the sewer
Right, and
plant.
they always change.
Problem, yeah. So
So
I
so
will.
do I have a
check-
motion to
check
approve
out.
the contract pending Ted's approval?
Can you send that to me, Jamie? Email it to me or is it?
Oh, I'm
real-
sorry, I can do that. Yes, I thought you had it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I will make a motion to approve the MCO contract per Ted,
Subject to.
subject to Ted looking at it.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Kevin, a second by John. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Department reports. Randy.
Wait a minute,
We
wait
got
a minute,
another,
wait a minute.
got another
What's
Roger
that?
Roof.
We have one more, Rogers, this is for the fire department.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
I
the
don't
roof.
have that one in front of me.
Yes. I sent that to you a while ago. I didn't send it to you again, give it to you again.
Okay.
That's what, 4,000 something?
41
Four
inch.
thousand one hundred and $80.
Okay, I remember seeing that one now. I just don't have it here. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the estimate for the fire station from Rogers Roofing?
I'll make a motion to approve it. Kevin?
I have a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
Second, Todd.
The second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, now you're up, Randy.
All right, well, thanks for the approval of the contract.
It was
I'm just gonna-
close.
Yeah, we had to think about it a while.
Well, I have to-
Wow, I wish you'd make your mind up before all these unfunded mandates that we're working on. I'll touch on those, but no, again, thank you. I sent out this morning the punch list for the wastewater plant. As you can tell, if you guys had a chance to look at that, we're winding down. We had some issues with grass seeding. I think that's all been resolved. Tim Brown was on site Friday, walked it. They are gonna haul in black dirt. They are gonna do it the way it specifies. So I think we're good. As far as the operation of the plant is running phenomenal. We've learned a lot over the last couple of weeks. Our suspended solids has been below 10, most of the time below 5. We struggled to be below 30 with the old plant. The highest E. coli, Dave, that we've had is a 3. So a lot of zeros.
Yeah,
So it's
that's nice.
going. It's going. It's user friendly. It's everything that we thought it would be. Here's the catch, and it's not really a catch, but we're getting ready, and I'm going to jump down to my third thing here. We're going to start this agreed order. I think it's in June or July. What we don't have, and you're not going to believe I'm going to say this, is we need a heavy rain. We need a 2 to 3 inch rain. I need to see what that plant's capable of doing with the lagoon. We haven't had any rain. So, again, and the reason I say that is we got the excessive lagoon. We think we've got it set for 1,400 gallons a minute to go out to the lagoon. I do believe Bob and I've got it dialed in, but we need a rain to actually get to 1,400 gallons a minute to see what we got. I don't think that's the end of the world. That's just the only concern I have going into the agreed order. Far as day in and day operations, that plant's running and we're meeting and it's doing what it's supposed to. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Very good.
Randy, if I
Yes.
may, you're gonna let me know when you want the period to start.
Yeah, about 2039,
What's that?
about 2039. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, actually, you know what? I would honestly, if we had a heavy rain, if we could have that one day where we just got a lot of flow where we can tweak it, I think we're there. But, and again, until we run it under heavy flow, and see what its capabilities are. So yes, Ted, I will. When we get this completely dialed in, I'll let you know.
I just don't want to forget about it. Yeah.
What's our deadline for that? When do we have to start it?
I think it's
Well,
July, end of June or
Yeah,
July.
probably. They were so shocked that we're where we're at now, which nobody's ever done before. They're not worried about it.
Oh, very good.
Well, and the other thing too is all the people sat in that room no longer work for IDEM.
That's
So-
right.
So here we go. I'm gonna
Oh,
move
you
on.
and I left. Yeah.
There's a lot of truth behind that. Asset management plan, I'm gonna just touch on these briefly. Asset management plan, I think we're wrapping that up. I believe Chip's got all of his, Ted Summers and Bob from London Whittier working on their end. So I would like to think in a couple of weeks, we're gonna bring that to a close. Risk resilient plan, we did have our pre-meeting on that. Again, that's an unfunded mandate from EPA. It's insane the amount of information that they're asking. Bob and I sat in that meeting. We got a lot of homework to do. We've gotten them a lot of information. Jamie's office was working on quite a bit, which they had for the asset management plan, but the risk resilient is for water. So that's ongoing. Collection system PER, I've got the rough draft of the final product from Wesler, and I really like it. I know Bob's got a couple questions. We're going to sit down and meet with them. We would have had to have this in, we would have had to have a public hearing, and I think everything would have been due this week. Talking to Mary Jane and talking to John Borgers and Joe Bartos, we're going to push this back and apply for the August round. A couple of reasons. As I go through this list, we've got a lot of things that are started. We're halfway. I'm hoping by second week of May that a lot of these things have come to a closure. So I just want to make sure that we can focus on that collection system, PR. I think it's a good thing for the town, obviously with the agreed order and applying for the Oakland grant. I want to make sure that we have all the energy and time that we can to apply to that. But again, I think what I've seen from Wesler, it doesn't scare me. I think their first phase is like almost $900,000. The grant we could get $750. I believe we've got allocated right around 100,000. So I think it's very doable for the first phase. But we'll look at that. We'll try to hone that in. Moving on to the sewer use ordinance. Worked with Amy Harville on that. Bob and I again had a pre-meeting with her, answered a lot of her questions. We had some questions for her. She's got to get back to us this week. So working in on that. PER for the subdivision. Met with Joe and John on that. They've got all the information they need from us. Haven't really talked to them at all this week, but I do know that's going. Paving crossing roads grant. We actually have a pre-construction meeting this Friday. The timeline that I've asked for is to pave the last week of May, the first week of June. I would love to do it earlier than later this year. And Chris from Walsh Kelly, or Milestone, I guess now, he thought that was very, very possible. So we have that meeting at Friday at 3 o'clock. Backflow cross connect. You guys have passed the policy, you passed the ordinance. We have collected, I think we're at 47 sites that we know that has backflow devices. Met with Jamie yesterday. We had Karma from BSI on the phone. I think over the next couple of weeks, we're going to get all the information that she needs and get that. So I would anticipate maybe by the end of May, 1st of June, we can get that rolling. Meter installation's going. It seems like we're doing 3 or 4 a day. Hopefully we can keep this pace up. Wellhead protection, we met with Sherry Winters. Again, that's due, I think, May 16th. I think we've answered all of her questions. She's answered all of our questions. So I think it's just a matter of her compiling everything. Park equipment installed. I met with Matt and Linda. We're trying to get a game plan of what it takes to install. I'm not even 100% sure, to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to meet with Matt, what it is we're installing. So we'll work through that. I would assume that it's going to need concrete. Most of these structures need concrete bases, but we'll have more information on that. The salt bin roof has been delivered. They're gonna start replacing it next week. So like I said, a lot of paperwork, a lot of meetings here lately. Couple of things that are going right now. We're flushing hydrants. That seems to be going very well. We're on pace to finish by next Friday. We're flushing and doing maintenance. We do have a water main break right now at Madison and Jackson. Very complicated area. We brought in M.E. Simpson today to ping it, and thank gosh we did, because it was probably 25 foot away from where Bob and I would have dug. We're gonna dig that Thursday morning. We're gonna let this weather clear out. It's not leaking bad. We assume it's a 2-bolt main that's just barely leaking, so we'll be doing that Thursday. That's kind of really all I got. I just wanted to touch base on all the projects we got, because that seems to be taking all of our time right now. Does anybody have anything for me?
I do, Randy. I have a question. I've been talking to Mary Jane about the township park and running the water line across it. They want us to have an actual legal description for the water line. And I know Turning Point is way behind. It takes forever to get. Does anybody at your office up in Valpo, do they have a surveyor available? I'm trying to find a surveyor that can do it before 6 months from now.
Oh, God.
Let me look and see. There's one other one we use, but I would, no. Let's see if we can find somebody else.
Okay, thank you. And we have to decide where it goes, and nobody really knows, so it'll be an educated
No, we do.
guess.
So let me touch on that real quick. So we do in the PER, it lays out kind of where it's going. But I think there was some discussion about that it might need to be moved. I know when I was talking to Rusty about it, he was wanted to shift it one way or the other. We can have those conversations again. Let me try to find a surveyor and we'll work through this.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And I did talk to Amy Cunningham, the new trustee, and she is completely on board with this project. She's willing to enter into an agreement with us, or actually allow the easements, but also lend or tie into an agreement with us. So we shouldn't have any problems from that end.
Okay.
Okay. Have you had a chance to look at that grant information from the VW mitigation grant? Do we have any vehicles we could purchase that would fall in that category?
You know, Jamie sent that to me when I was on vacation, and I briefly looked at it. The only thing that come to mind, I actually, be honest with you, I need to look at it again because I was trying to read it on my phone and I didn't have my glasses, so they didn't go very well for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at it again. The only thing I can think of is obviously the backhoe, the Bobcat, which we definitely need. Ted Summers is telling me we've already got the money in the bank for this. Let me take a look at that. I'll look at that tomorrow. And I'll
What about a dump truck, or even replacing our pickups with diesel trucks?
Well, that's an option. Then let me look, because it does state plow trucks.
Yep. Yeah.
I guess I never thought that's a good point. I never thought about going to diesel trucks. Let me look at that tomorrow. I'll get with you.
Okay. Actually, they've got a video you can watch, and it explains everything to you, what's allowable, what isn't. So.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't have anything.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Anybody have questions for Randy? Okay. Kevin, do you have anything for the redevelopment commission? You're muted. Your mouth shut off.
Yeah, I got halfway through my speech and then you said that. No, we got nothing going on right now. We're waiting for Wesler to get our engineering done so that we can take that to the guy that wants to do the subdivision. So probably, hopefully next month sometime, I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. Chief Noel, you're up.
All right, I emailed out my monthly report. I'll go over that briefly. In the month of March, we conducted 213 traffic stops and answered 103 calls of service. Out of that, 93 citations were issued, 9 misdemeanor charges, and 1 felony level charge. You have the breakdown of what all those calls of service are in the Crystal report.
Okay.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in my vehicle reports. And you have the comp time reports. The last piece of paper I just wanted to give to you is the board. With everything going on in the policing world, there were quite a few executive orders signed by the President of the United States concerning mostly our use of force policy. And what they held over our heads is if we didn't get accredited with our current use of force policy, they could withhold federal grants to us. So basically, when I got the notice of the executive orders, I submitted our current policies to the Indiana Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission. And just last week, they got back with me saying that our policies are in order with the president's executive orders. So kind of a little gold star that we can continue to receive federal grants if need be.
Very
That's a
good.
big accomplishment. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I know, Ted, you worked on the policies with us a few years back, so it's nice to know that those have stood the test of time.
Good. I wish I had.
The only other thing that I have for the board's consideration tonight, we reviewed quite a few applicants. I think we had over 35 applications in this process.
Really?
We narrowed it down and we have a candidate that I'd like to submit to the board for hire. His name is Cody Hayworth. He lives in DeMont, Indiana. He graduated the Northwest Indiana Law Enforcement Academy in 2015, and he's currently serving as a jailer at the Lake County Sheriff's Department. All his previous employers in our background check have given him an A+ rating and definitely stated that he would be a great employee for anyone that hires him. So I'd like to make the recommendation to hire Cody Hayworth. I'd recommend a start date for him to be May 4th. That'll give his current employer a 2-week notice. And I'd like to bring him on as our full-time officer.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, have a motion by Justin. Do I have a second?
Second, Todd.
Second by Todd. All in favor, say aye.
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 Uh,
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Just
Okay.
one other thing to amend to that, just in the past, for academy graduates that need minimal training, we've always brought them on at the higher paying of a first-class officer. Even though he'd have to serve a year probation, I'd like the board's permission to bring him on at that higher pay rate.
Okay, I'll need another motion.
I'll make that motion as well.
Okay, a motion by Justin. Do I have a second?
John.
Second by John. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed?
Okay,
Go ahead, Jamie.
the pay rate at 1730.77, that's what you want to pay him every 2 weeks?
Yeah, it would amount to the 45,000 a year, whatever that would come out at, just the first-class patrol salary.
Okay. And he's starting May 4th?
Yeah, I'd like to start him on at May 4th.
Okay. Motion passed 5-0.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
That is all I have unless the board has something for me.
no? Okay. Fire department. Who wants to take that one?
Sure.
Actually,
not much
Ted
else to
Ted
report.
hasn't made it yet, has he?
He is here, but I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
He's sitting on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Not much to report. Thanks for the roof repair approval. We greatly appreciate that. We're at 210 calls for the year, 33 for the month so far. Nothing too significant. And then Chief and I did go last weekend to do our final inspection of our new engine. that the township got for us. That's coming along nicely. Should have that hopefully within a month. And then we have a pickup truck coming as well that we'll be using for EMS calls. That should be coming right about the same time, about another month. That's about all we got.
Okay. Any questions for Josh or Chad? Okay, thank you for your report. Parks Department, Linda.
Yes. Matt and I completed the park inspections. Most of the things on the list are just maintenance issues that we need to address. So the Parks Department decided that this year we are going to be concentrating on taking care of a lot of maintenance in the parks. Plus completing the installment of the equipment that we purchased last year. We've been last few months looking for someone who can strip and paint the 2 swirl slides, the one in Buchanan, the one in McMillan. They're in bad shape. I accidentally found a place over here in the industrial complex, CES Dustless. They can do the paint removal on site. And they can also do the repainting on the slides. They're supposed to be getting back to me sometime this week with estimates. And as long as our budget can take it, we plan on getting it done as soon as we can. We're also in need of doing a lot of painting on a lot of the wood surfaces in the parks, all of the pavilions, the signs, and some of the benches need to be scraped and repainted. And we were able to connect up with PACT. We got all the paperwork done. They're going to be getting in touch with us about sending some help down, because we thought possibly if we could get a couple of PACT workers down here to do the painting,
That would be good.
It would be good for our budget and good for the Public Works Department, because it's going to be a very time-consuming job. The reason that we contacted them was to get somebody down to do the cleanup along Wilson Street that we wanted to get done. We're planning on having somebody come down like once a month and do the cleanup along the ditches there. So we think this is going to be a good fit. Hopefully they can get people down here that actually want to work. I have worked with PAC before, and a lot of the times these guys just want their hours but don't want to have to do anything. So we'll see.
Don't sign off on them.
I won't. Yeah, they make it very difficult. They have sign-up sheets for them. They have to be supervised. So hopefully this will work out and we can get some of this stuff done, and it won't cost a lot of money, because then all we'll have to do is buy the paint and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm really looking forward to getting this estimate from the guy over here. I talked to him for quite a long time. We met out at Buchanan, and he looked the slide over and told me what he could do. And he's the first one that told me what he could do and not what he couldn't do. So I was very impressed. So we'll see how it works out. But pretty much that's all we're doing right now.
Hey, Randy, I had talked with Linda about when she found somebody to ask him what the cost might be for, we haven't done it yet, we have an asset, but I wondered, do you think it would be good to ask him what it would cost to paint the benches? The block.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the benches along Main Street?
Yeah, I mean, they're
Actually, We did talk about that because just so happens, there's one of those benches in Buchanan.
Yeah.
They keep multiplying. Every time I go around, I find another one. There's another one over in front of Mixed Design. Did
Yes.
not know that
Yes.
was there.
Yep.
Every time I think I have them counted, I find some more.
I think Matt's got a list, Linda, of all the benches.
Does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we inventoried them.
Well, we talked about the bench because the one out of Buchanan's doing the same thing the ones on Main Street are doing. And this is what he told me. The bench itself is painted with a rubber-based paint. And that is why the benches are not peeling, just the arms. And the arms are peeling because they're aluminum and they painted them. And that's what happens when you paint aluminum. Eventually it peels. He did say he'd give me a price if I ask him to on stripping just the aluminum parts that are peeling. Now, what he said was a lot of the times, once you strip that aluminum back, it looks a lot nicer. And we might think about just leaving it with the aluminum not painted to avoid this in the future. He also said if I wanted him to, he could find out. He does know a guy that does powder coating. For that, you would have to take the arms and the ends, you'd have to take the benches apart. For what he does, just stripping it, he can do that on site without moving the benches at all. If you decide you want those arms powder coated, that would require a lot more work. So, but if you want me to, I can get him to give me an estimate on at least the stripping part.
Yeah, might as well get an estimate on stripping them and painting them.
Yep.
And
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't hurt to get an estimate.
No, it doesn't.
Do they all need it?
Most of them.
Most of them.
As far as I can.
Yeah.
I think it's
as far
safe to
as
say
I
they
can
all need it.
see, As
Okay.
many times as I've gone out and counted them, they all have the same problem.
Okay, well then let's just assume they all need it then and have them
Okay.
shoot.
Well,
us a-
we've had conversation with trying to snow blow to get these benches off. They should have actually been off the sidewalk. So it's something we've been kind of looking at too, but we
Yeah,
don't-
that was a big argument when all of this went in, that's how they should have been done.
Well, it's very
We
difficult.
lost that fight.
Yeah. So, but yeah, even if we budget and do a handful a year, I mean, at least we got some options. So yeah, Linda, just let me know what you need from us.
Okay. I may not need anything
Thanks, Linda.
except my equipment installed.
Wait,
I've been patient.
well, you didn't give me a deadline in the meeting. I asked.
Yes, I
what
did.
you said
Oh,
the
yes,
end of
I
May.
did.
You said
Oh,
the end of
yes,
May.
I did. I'm going to start recording our meetings. You promised me by the end of May.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's only halfway
Which
through
year?
April. I didn't say what year.
Oh, boy. Back to 2039, huh?
We'll get there. I think honestly, Linda, because I talked to Matt this morning about it. I don't think there's instructions for the big piece of equipment that's been sitting outside. He could not find instructions. So I'm going to have him get with you. We might have to reach out to where you purchased that and have them resubmit instructions.
Okay.
So I'll have him well, he's off tomorrow, but I'll have him get with you Thursday.
I didn't think men used instructions. I thought that was the first thing you threw away.
That's strike 2 against you.
Hey,
Okay. All right, anything else?
no, that's all.
Okay. All right, well, Ken is not here. Any council comments? I think everything I was going to talk about has already been brought up. We have no public comments or no public here to make comment. Oh, I guess there is one thing I would like to say. We need to make an effort to get in there and sign these papers after the meeting. That kind of handcuffs Jamie if they're not signed within a reasonable amount of time. I usually stop in the morning on my way to work and get them. We all have keys. You know, we should be able to get in within a couple of days and get them signed. Okay, does anybody else have anything? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Justin. Do I have a second?
I'll second, Kevin.
Second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Meeting adjourned.
Have a good night.
Thanks.